Today's lesson is finding the correlation using the coefficient value. Coefficient. Right? For this we are going to use the Spearman's rank correlation method. Spearman's rank correlation method. There's another name for this, Spearman's rank order method. Spearman's rank order coefficient. All these refer to the same, right? So in this question, it's not that clear, but you are familiar with this now. In this question, they will give you a set of marks, two sets of marks. And the first question, draw a scatter diagram and mark the relationship. We learned that last time. Second question, according to this one, calculate the correlation coefficient using the Spearman's rank order method. That's what we are going to do today. To calculate the coefficient here, coefficient, sangunakaya. Coefficient means it's a value, rho, right? Rho means coefficient here. Spearman's rho, coefficient. For this we use a formula. It's like this. Rho equals, this is what we have to find, the coefficient. Rho equals 1 minus, open square brackets, 6 into summation d squared divided by n into n squared minus 1. This is the formula. Once again, rho equals 1 minus 6 into summation d squared divided by n into n squared minus 1. Right? Here you can find simple D or capital D. It doesn't matter. There's no difference. Right? Now, we'll find what we have or what we know and what we have to find. Right? 1 means it's a constant value. Right? We know that. 1. 1. 6 is also a constant value. There's nothing to find new. And n means number of students. Right? That we know. Here, according to this, how many students? How many students actually? Is it 10 or 20? 10 students. See, A to J. And this one, if this one is Amali, Amali's the marks of 2 examiners for Amali's work. Right? So, 2 sets are there, marks of 2 examiners, but there are 10 students. So, the number is 10. So, that also we know. We have to square that one. So, that part is fine. 1 we know. So, what's the thing that we don't know? We don't know the total of summation or sigma means the total of d squared. We don't know d. This is what we'll have to find. D. Okay. Now here d means the difference between the ranks of X marks and the rank of Y marks. So the name of this method is what? Spearman's rank correlation. So we are dealing with ranks here. right? We have to rank all these marks, then find the difference. So when we have to draw a table as usual. We need to find d squared, right? It should be a column, and here, then we have to get the total of summation d squared, total of d squared, right? So then we have all the, here you find all the values. You add all these and get summation d squared. Then we have to find what is this d. D means rank of x. Rank of x. X marks minus rank of y. Right? Rank of x, we write it like this, rank of x. Then rank of y, rank of y. That is our d, rank of x minus rank of y. So here we write rank of x minus rank of y, right? That will be our next column. And we have to find rank of x, and also to get this d, we have to find rank of x and also rank of y. So we need two more columns here. What are those then? Rank of x and rank of y, right? So if we know the rank of, here you find these values now. If you know the rank of x, rank of y, we get this difference here, x minus y here. So we know d and we have to square it, right? Now to get the ranks, we have to have what? X values and y values. So we need two more columns, x column and y column. What do you mean by x column and y column? Here, marks of examiner x, that is examiner x marks, that is x column. Examiner y's marks, here it is y column, right? Here you have to write all the values. Now we'll take the first one, Amali, A. X marks, examiner x has given 20, y has given 21. Here 20, 21. Then next one, Bimali, B. 12, 8. 12, 8. Likewise, you will have to write all the values. And then you will have to rank them, x marks and y marks. You have to get the difference and square it. Then you will have to find the summation, total of d squared. Then we will have to apply this value into this formula, simplify it and get the row value. That's it. Okay. So we will do like that now. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 columns, right, to do this problem. Now I'll show you. This is how it comes, right? To save time, I have done this. Marks of examiner x, you will have to write like this. That is the x column. You know how to get the marks. 20, 21, 20, 21. 12, 8. Yeah, 12, 8, 12, 8. 17, 22. 17, 22. Likewise, you will have to write. Then marks of y. Rank of x, Rx. Rank of y, Ry. D. D means what? Rx minus Ry. Rank of x minus rank of y. then you will have to square this value and get the total, that is summation d squared. Okay, now we have to find the ranks. So you will have to complete this one. Usually they will give you like this horizontally. You will have to take down these two columns vertically. Take 20, 21, 20, 21, 12, 12, 8 likewise, right? All the marks. And here there are 10 students, right? How to say that Amali, for Amali's essay or whatever, examiner X has given 20, examiner Y has given 21. For Bimali likewise. How many students? 10, right? Amali, Bimali, Simali, Dimali. This one, Imali? No. Emali. Fimali. This one, Jimali? No. Gimali. Gimhani? Himali. Now Imali. Jimali. Right? Those are not the names, I am just telling. So now for Fimali, examiner X has given 6 marks, examiner Y has given 8 marks. For Imali, examiner X has given 10, Y has given 13. So we are going to rank all these and get the difference and do the calculation. Okay. We have to rank the data, right? X values and Y values. There are different ways of doing this ranking, but I'll explain one easy method. If you practice this automatically without thinking, you can do this. All right. Now first we'll rank the X marks, right? X marks of the examiner X. You write like this here. X data. Right? That's what we are going to rank. X data. Just write like this. X data. And then write like this. Position. Position. Okay. Here what you have to do is, now how many students are there? 10. Here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right? So there are 10 students. There are 10 positions. So we just number them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. If there are 10 students, 10 positions. If there are 8 students, up to 8. Okay. If there are 12 students, you have to put 11, 12. Right? Just number them. The second step, you have to write data. Okay, data. Now you have to use your pencil and you have to arrange the marks in an order. We take the descending order. We take the first place as the highest mark. Right? Now X data, what is the highest value? By the way, I have put brackets here because I have changed these two values. Right? There was a purpose, that's why I put these red brackets to show you that in this example, I have changed the marks of these two places. That's why I have put this bracket, right? So data. Now what is the highest value here? 20, cut lightly, write 20 here. Okay, now you can't see, you know, that's, I'll write it like this, 20. Well, then the next, then there's another 20. Write it here, 20. Under 2, right? What's the next value? 20, 20. Next one is 17. Okay, write the next one, 17. Under what? Under 3. 17. 17. Then there's another 17. Put. Be careful, right? 17, 17. Next one is 15. Next 12. And there's another 12. 12, 12. Is there another 12? 1, 2, 3. 3, 12 values, right? And next, after 12, 10. Last one is 6. Likewise, you will have to write. Okay, you have to cut lightly, because I can't cut it because I am using this again. So then it's easy. You don't miss anything. Use your pencils when writing, because if you had missed something, you can erase all the things and do it. Okay. Likewise, then the third one is, you will have to write rank. Rank. We are going to rank this. For the time being, I am going to stop here. But when you are doing, you can continue. But I want to show you something. So I am going to stop at this place. And I am going to the Y data. Right? Y data. This one. What do you have to do? You have to write Y data. Okay. Just like the above. Y data. Then what do you have to write? Position. Okay, position. So how many positions are there? 10 students, no? So 10 positions. You just write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, 10 positions. Okay, 10 positions. Then you have to write data. Once again, use your pencil and write, starting from the highest value, write the data. What's the highest value here? 22. We write it here. 22. Next one, 21. Any other 21? Yes, here 21. Next one after 21, 17. 117. Then after 17, 16. Then 13. Then 12. Any other 12? No, 12. Then 11. After 11, 8. That's why I changed this. Early there was 9, but I changed it to 8 because I want to show something. Here you write 8 and here also 8. Okay. Now you have written the data. So what's the third one you have to write? Rank. Simple or capital, it doesn't matter. Rank. Okay. Now you have to rank these data. Before ranking, you study the data and see whether you can find similar values. 22, only one value, right? Leave it. 21, 21, two values are there. Put a dash like this. 17, one value. 16, 1. 13, 1. 12, 1. 11, 1. 8, 8. So, like this. Okay. You won't get marks for this one. This is the way I am teaching you to do, right? So that you won't make mistakes. Now we are going to rank. 22, no, that's the highest. Only one girl is there. So you put 1. That's green. I put 1. Okay, the same position, same. 2. Here 21, 21. So how now you can't put rank number 2, rank number 3 here because these two are similar. No? You have to find the mid value of the ranks. So what you have to do? You write 2 plus 3. What are those 2 plus 3? 2 plus 3 divided by 2. Why 2? There are 2 positions, right? 2 plus 3, what is that? 5 divided by 2. What is that position then? A rank 2.5. 2.5. So here for this 21, put 2.5. That's the rank. And for this 21 also put 2.5. Alright. Now go to the next value. 17. There's only one 17. What's the position? 4. This 4. Put straight away that 4. Don't 3 2.5. Then this will be 3. No, 4. That's why we put the positions here, right? 4. This one only one value, no? 5. Here 6. This one 7 rank. Here 8. That's the 8. Can you put 9, 10? No, because this one has got 8. Here this child has got 8, right? Who are those ones? Bimali 8. Then Fimali also 8. So once again, what do you have to do now? 9 plus 10. Right, this is 10. 9 plus 10. 9 plus 10 divided by 2. What is that? 19 divided by 2. So that is 9.5. So the rank is 9.5 for both of them. 9.5. Put 9.5, 9.5. Okay. So you can't say there are 10 students at the 10th position. No. The rank is 9.5. Right. So that's the way to do it. Then what you have to do is, you have to, now we have got the ranks of Y. These are ranks of Y. You have to transfer these into this column, right? Rank of Y. We'll take this one, rank of Y. How to do it? Take the mark 22. Right, where's 22, rank of Y? Here. Then you have to put, what's the position? 1. Then 21, for both 21. value is 2.5. Where's 21? Here. 2.5. Don't make mistakes, right? It's better to cover this from your finger and put. There should be another 21. Here. So 2.5. Once you have calculated this, you can transfer here, right? I want to show you something. That's why I'm going to do this Y data. So 21 is fine. 17. Number 4. 17. Where's 17? Here. So what's the rank? 4. So 17, the rank is 4. 17, this 17, right? Don't make mistakes. So 4 is here, rank 4. Next, 16, 5. 16, where 16? Here, 5. 13, 6. 13, 6. 12, 7. 12. 7. 11, 8. 11, where's 11? 8. 8 for the value 8, 9.5 for both, right? 8, 9.5, 9.5. So here 9.5. Where's the other one? Here 9.5. Okay, so that's the ranks of Y data, right? When you are writing, now here all these are whole numbers, full integers. These are decimals. So maintain the order, right? Column wise. It's easy. Can you understand this one? How to rank the data? Yeah. Some of you can rank like this quickly. But if you can, it's okay to do like that. But don't make mistakes. Others write like this and do like this. Okay, you won't make mistakes. Because if there are 3 values, how to get now? Now, similarly, we are finding the Rx, right? Ranks of X data. So, positions 10, you have arranged the data. How? Highest to the lowest. Okay, highest to the lowest. Now we are going to rank. Before ranking, what you have to do? You have to study the data and see whether there are similar values. Here 20, 20. Draw a line like this. Then 17, 17. Then 15, one value. 12, 12, 12. How many values here? 3. Then 1, 10, 1, 6. If there are 4 values, draw a line covering the 4 values, right? I changed this 12 because I want to show you how to get 3. If there are 3 similar values, how to find the rank. That's why I changed this 12. Now we have to find the ranks, right? 20, 20. What you have to do now? There are 2 values here. Then what you have to do? 1 plus 2 divided by 2. What is that? 3 divided by 2, that is 1.5. 1.5. So for this 20, put 1.5. And for this 20 also put 1.5. Right? Next, go to the next value. 17. Right? Can we put 3 here? No. Why? Because there are 2 70s. And then once again what you have to do is get 3 third position plus 4th position divided by what? 2. 2 positions are there now. Then 7, 3 plus 4, 7 divided by 2, that is 3.5. So these two positions, these two 7, what's the rank? 3.5, 3.5. Right. Next, go to the next value, 15. So what's the rank? 5. මේ උඩ තියෙන එක ලියන්න එහෙමම 5. ඊළඟ එක බලන්න. ඊළඟ එක ගන්න පුළුවන්. Can we take this one? No, because there are 3 values. 5. ඊළඟ එක බලන්න. ඊළඟ එක ගන්න පුළුවන්. Can we take this one? No, because there are 3 values. So what to do now? Same technique. 3 values. What are the 3 values here? 6 plus 7 plus 8 divided by what? 1, 2, 3 divided by 3. So what is this? 6 plus 7, 15, this one 15 plus 21 divided by 3. So that is 7. Right? So for these 12 values, put 7. For these 12, 7. These 12, 7. And for this one also, 7. Then for this 10, what do you put? This 9. 9. And for this one, 10. Alright. These are the ranks. That's the way to get the ranks. Right. First get the X data and write. Now why I didn't complete it? Because here you can, in the first 2 values, here you have to get the average. Now you know what to do from this one when you get 2 or 3 similar values. Now when I started to explain, if I explain this one first, you will get confused. That's why I stopped doing X data and started doing Y data. Right? Now you don't have to do like that. You start from X data. Now you know the technique now. So continue like this. Right? Even if you get similar values in the beginning position or the end position, you know what to do. Right? Here end position, beginning position. 3 values, 2 values, all these. Right? So this is, in this example I have included all the possible ways. Right? Now how to get the ranks? You write X data, then write position and just put the numbers. What are these numbers? Number of students. If there are 10 students, 10 circles. If there are 8, 8. If there are 11, 11. Number 11, right? Up from 1 to 11. Then write the data. How do you write? You go to the relevant column, start from the highest value, cut and write. Then go once again whether there is another value, 20, 20, like that. Second value, 17. See whether there is another value, 17, 17. Likewise, while checking, cut and put all the values. Use your pencils, right? Then even if you make a mistake, you can erase. The next one is study the data. See whether there are similar values and draw these lines, relevant lines. Sometimes you can find similar values, sometimes you don't find. Don't worry, right? You don't have to have these things. If not, you just put 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 10. This is the way to get the positions. If it is 3.5, then go to, for this one, put the next position as the rank, right? That's the trick. Then go to the relevant X column. When you are doing the X column or Y column, it's better if you can put your eraser or something in the middle or your ruler, like this, covering this one. Otherwise you will make mistakes, right? Or a marker like this. or your finger. Cover the column, right? X1. X. First we'll go to the first. For 20, what's the per rank? 1.5. For this one, 1.5. And where's the other 20? Here, 1.5. For 17, what's the rank? 3.5, 3.5. So that's 17 here. 3.5. There should be another 17 here. 3.5. Next, for 15, 5. Where's 15? Here it's 5. That's the rank. For 12, 3 12s are there. So the rank is 7. Where's the first 12? Here. Second 12 here. Third 12 here. And yeah, 7, 7, 7. Did I put 7? Yeah, right. Then for the mark 10, what's the rank? 9. Where's 10? Here, 9. For the mark 6, the rank is 10. Where's 6 on here? Alright. So that's the way to find the ranks. Maintain this one, right? Full numbers like this. Here. You are using square rule books now, so write like this. Okay. That's the way to get the ranks. Now we'll do the rest of the right. So we know the ranks. Next column is what? D. We have to find D. What do you mean by D? Rx minus Ry. Rx minus Ry. Here we have to be very careful. Do these things manually. Right? This is the place where you make mistakes. So do these things manually and write the answer here. I have given you exercises how to do the decimals, how to do the minus values and all. Right? Practice those activities. That's why I gave all those practice activities in the Edmodo. Right. Rx minus Ry. So what is Rx? 1.5. 1.5 minus what's the next one? 1.5 minus 2.5. 1.5 minus 2.5. So how to do? We have to take the larger value here. 2.5 minus 1.5. That's the way you are doing. 0 here. It is 1. And you will hear this minus now. So you will have to put minus. Right? The answer is minus 1. Right. Next one. 7 minus 9.5. 7 minus 9.5. Right? Here again this one is the larger value. So 9.5 minus 7. This is the way you have to write. It's 0. So it's 5, 2. And it should be minus because minus 9.5. So minus 2.5. Minus 2.5. Here also maintain this order, right? Here all full numbers. Here decimal numbers. Next one. 3.5 minus 1. So it's 2.5. ඕගොල්ලෝ කරන්න පෑන් මෙතන 7 minus 8. 7 minus 8. So once again 8 minus 7. It's 1 and it should be minus 1. Next one, 3.5 minus 5. 3.5 minus 5. This one is large. So 5 minus 3.5. Here it's like this now. So then take 1. 10 minus 5, it's 5 decimal point, and here it's 4. 4 minus 3, 1. So it is minus. But minus dan amataka vena. Don't forget to go down here. Minus 1.5. Next one, 10 minus 9.5. 9.5. Right? So it's like this. Take one value here, it's 10. It's 5, 0. Here 9 minus 9, nothing. 0.5, it's plus 0.5. Right? 1.5 minus 4. 1.5 minus 4. 1.5 minus 4. Once again, this one is large. So 4 minus 1.5. Here put 0. Then take 1. 10 minus 5, 5 decimal. Here now it's 3 now. 3 minus 1, 2. So you will have to put like this because here. So minus 2.5. Now I am teaching this now. 5 minus 7, do like that, right? 5 minus 7. 7 minus 5, 2, it's 2, minus 2. Minus 2. Then 9 minus 6, it's 3. 7 minus 2.5. Do this manually. Don't do this in your mind. 7 minus 2.5. මන් දන්නවා කියලා නොකර යන්න එපා වුණා. Because you tend to make mistake. If one digit is wrong, the whole thing is wrong. So it's 5. Now it's 6. It's 4. Double check. 550. 1 is there. So 4 plus 1, 5 plus 2, 7. It's 7 plus 2.5, it's plus, no, so 4.5. Okay. So we have the D column. Now do we have to get the summation value of this D column? No, don't do that because we don't need it. We need only D squared, right? Now what you have to do, you have to square these values. Here it's minus 2. Right? Minus all this. Why do you have to square these values? To get rid of these minus values, right? Now we'll square them. See, that's why I gave all these practice activities, right? Minus 1 into minus 1 plus 1. Minus 2.5 into minus 2.5. Minus 2.5 into minus 2.5. You do it in your own way, right? We used to learn like this. And here 2 decimal places, 1, 2, 6.25. Minus minus plus, so 6.25. Write it like this, 6.25. Right here it's 1. Always maintain this one, 1. Otherwise when you are doing like this here, 1, 6.25, then something else will say 2.25, 0.5. Here you can't do. Here 1 should come here, right? So write the numbers correctly. Second one, 2.5 into 2.5, it's plus, it's the same, 6 into 6.25. Minus 1 into minus 1, plus 1. Minus 1.5 into minus 1.5, you do it likewise. The answer is 2.25. Then 0.5 into 0.5. 5 into 5, 25. There are 5 into 5, 25. There are 2 values, 1, 2, 1, 2. So 0.25. Minus 2.5 into minus 2.5. It's correct, 6.25. Then minus 2 into minus 2. Squaring. So it's 4. 3 into 3, 9. 4.5 into 4.5. 4.5 into 4.5. You do it your way. Two decimal places, 1, 2. 20.25. So 20.25. Right? So we have calculated the d squared. Now you have write it like this, right? Here all the decimals. Then you can add. Now what you have to do? You have to add all the d squared values to get the summation d squared. Now here this line 5, 5, 10, 20, 30, 0, 1 is there. So then 5 likewise come like this. It's 5. You add 6, 5. So our summation d squared is 56.50. Right, 56.50. So that's the way to calculate how to get the d squared. Right, I am not going to summarize because it takes time. Mind all the do all these manually. I am telling you, I am repeating. Do all these manually. Don't make mistakes. Right, this technique, this problem is very easy. But don't make mistakes. Here you tend to make mistakes. Alright, do this. Now next we have to apply this d squared into that formula and get the value. Now we'll apply this summation d squared value 56.5 into this formula. The formula is rho equals 1 minus 6 into summation d squared divided by n into n squared minus 1. So you write like this. 1 minus, don't forget to put this 1 always, right? Open brackets, 6 into summation d squared is 56.5. 56.5 divided by n is 10. 10 students are there. 10 into 10 squared minus 1. That's the application, right? Now we'll simplify this. 1 minus, open brackets, 6 into 56.5. You do the 56.5 multiplied by 6. 1 decimal point, so it is 339. 339 divided by 10 into 10 squared, 100 minus 1. 1 minus 339 divided by 10 into 99. That is 1 minus 339 divided by 990. So you'll have to calculate this and get into 2 decimal points. So how would you do that? I'll do it here. 339 divided by 990. So you don't find anything here in 339. There's no 990, so put 0 and put the decimal point. Take 1 0 here. Now it's 3,390. 990 means nearly it's 1,000. So in this 3,390 we can say 3,900. You have to guess and do, right? So it is 792. 0 2 9 0 0 2. Here it's 4. Then take another 0 here down. Then you can find, we'll say 4. Here it is 2 4 0. Take another 0 from here. Then we can find two values. Always calculate up to 3 decimal places, then round it up. Right, from here it's 2, it's below 5. So the answer here is 0.34. Right, take do the third decimal point and then round it up. So here the answer is 1 minus 0.34. Then the answer is 0.66. That's the answer. That is our rho value. Okay, you know how to get this, no? 1 minus 0.34. Here it's 6. Then 9 minus 3, 6. 0.66, right? Minus. Here. So our rho value is 0.66. Now we have calculated the second one. Second one means the here the question is this. Calculate the correlation coefficient using the Spearman's rank order method. So we have calculated the correlation coefficient. So it is 0.66. Third part. Interpret your results using the scatter diagram and the coefficient. Interpret your results using the scatter diagram and the coefficient. So you will have to refer to both. What do you mean by both? The scatter diagram and the coefficient value, right? Now when we interpret this rho value, I have sent you a note. When we interpret this, you have to take it into a percentage. It's easy. So our rho value is 0.66. That means 66 out of 100. So as a percentage, it is 66%. Okay. So when you get the rho value, it's better to have it as a percentage when you interpret. If not, just leave it like this. Right. Now, when we go to this coefficient value, the coefficient value lies between here minus 1 and plus 1, right? Here this is the time scale, 0, then plus 1, plus 2, plus 3, plus 4, likewise it goes on. And on this side, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5. That's the timeline. This rho value means the coefficient. This coefficient lies between minus 1 and plus 1, right? Here always the rho value, the coefficient takes a value between minus 1 and plus 1. So can you get your rho as like the as rho equals 1.25? Can you get like that? No, it's wrong, right? Why? You can't exceed 1. You can have 1, right? Rho equals 1. That of course you can have, but you can't have more than 1, right? It goes for this side also. Minus, you can't have rho equals minus 2.3. No, you can't have like that. But you can have rho equals minus 1. That's the maximum, right? Now, when we study this one, this is you get this type of question in the first paper, right? The coefficient value lies between MCQs so you'll have to remember this one. It can be minus 1, rho equals minus 1, or rho can be less than minus 1, right? and here also plus 1. This limit you will have to remember. Now if we study this one, rho equals, or the coefficient equals plus 1 means this is plus 1. Plus 1 means there is a positive. This is the direction. Can you remember when we interpret last time when we did the interpretation? Direction, positive, negative, 0. And the strength, perfect, very strong, average, likewise, right? So the direction, how can we get the direction? In the scatter diagram, we get the direction like this, right? But we, in the row value, we get the direction by the symbol here, mark. This is plus. So plus means positive. If the answer is minus 0.6 is, then the answer is, when you interpret, you will have to interpret like there is a negative average relationship between marks of examiner X and Y. Likewise, okay. So how can you get the direction? By this symbol, right? Whether it's plus or minus. And here it's plus 1. Plus 1 means there's a positive perfect relationship. Plus 1 means perfect. I explained what is perfect the last time. There is a positive perfect relationship between X and Y. 0 means there's no relationship. If you get rho equals 0, this coefficient equals 0, that means rho equals 0. Your answer is 0, right? That means there's no relationship between X and Y, right? If you get minus 1, rho equals minus 1. How would you interpret this? There's a negative perfect relationship between X and Y. Alright. Now here it's 0, here it's 1. Between 0 and 1, you can have any value. If it is closer, very close to 1, say 0.99, right? So as a percentage, 99%, very close. It's not perfect, but very close. So you can say this is plus now. So you can say there is a positive, very strong relationship between X and Y. Name the variables, right? I'm just using X and Y. Now interpret this one. Rho equals plus 0.43. Now it's positive, right? 43 means here it is 43%. Okay. How now? This is the direction. From this we can get the strength. How can we get the strength? Here I'm taking this half, right? It's symmetric. The other half, negative 1, is also like that. 0 means there's no relationship, right? 0 relationship. Between 50% and 0, weak. All 20s, 30s, 40s, all weak, right? Between 50 and 70, so all 50s, all 60s, we can say average, right? The strength. Then between 70 and 90, that means all 70, 71, 72, then 80s, 85, right? 89, we can say strong. Then between 90 and 99, you can say very strong. 100%, that means coefficient is 1. So it is perfect, right? If you can remember like this, there's no definite rule, but that's the way you can say average or fairly strong here. Like that you can interpret. Now I will practice something. You tell me. Rho equals plus 0.84 plus 0.84. So it is 84%. So where's 84? Strong. And here plus. So how would you say? There is a positive strong relationship between X and Y. Maths marks and science marks. Right. Next one. Minus 0.93. Now tell me, it's minus. And 93 means 93%. Whereas 93%, we can say very strong. So how would you say? There is a negative, very strong relationship between maths marks and science marks. Right? Then another one. 0.25. It's plus, no? So how can we say? There is a positive. 25 means 25%. Weak. So there is a positive, weak relationship between maths marks and science marks. This one. Rho equals 1. So it is plus. There is a positive, perfect, 100% means perfect one. Perfect relationship between maths marks and science marks. Okay. So when you get the, I told you to get 2 decimal. This one. Rho equals 0.03. So it is plus, right? That means positive. Then 0.3 as a percentage, 3%, right? Not 30%, 3%. So 3% near 0, close to 0. So we can say there should be another one, no? Weak, very weak. Very weak relationship between maths marks and science marks, right? We can take weak up to 40s and below 40, very weak, right? Below 40, very weak. All right. Likewise, you can interpret the results. Now, our rho value is, rho of the coefficient is 0.66. Rho equals plus 0.66. Right? Now, it asks, interpret your results using the scatter diagram and the coefficient. So you'll have to pay attention to 2 things, right? The coefficient and the scatter diagram. Now we have to interpret. We have to pay attention to the scatter diagram and the coefficient, right? So this is the third part of the answer. We are referring now to the scatter diagram. When studying the scatter diagram, it can be observed that there is a positive average relationship between the marks of examiner X and examiner Y. Then the second part, you write it like this. The correlation coefficient is, put the sign here, plus 0.66. This also shows that there is a positive, because of this sign, right? Positive average. Y average 66%. Average relationship between the marks of examiner X and examiner Y. Likewise, if they ask you to interpret like this here, interpret your results using the scatter diagram and the coefficient, right? So you have to pay attention to these two, that to the scatter diagram and also to this coefficient. So you can write like this. Sometimes, as I told you earlier, it can be not only the relationship, reliability. So here also you can say the correlation coefficient is plus 0.66. This also shows that there is a positive average reliability between the marks of examiner X and examiner Y, right? So you'll have to pay attention to the sign and the strength, this one, direction and the strength. And also they might ask in the question the uses of studying this correlation coefficient. What is correlation coefficient? What is this correlation analysis? Correlation analysis is the study of the relationship between two variables, maths marks and science marks, number of group activities done in the classroom, and the students' performance. Right? We are checking whether there is a relationship between these two variables, and if there is one, what type of a relationship, whether it's positive or negative, and the strength also, very strong, perfect, likewise, right? And the other thing is, sometimes you can make use of the data, right? By studying these two columns also, you can say, you can see whether there is a strong relationship or perfect one. Here 20, 21, 12, 8, 17, 22. Not that strong the relationship, right? Here it's fine, closer, but here 7, this is fine, this is 20, 17, 15, 20, and 13, 12, 21. And it was 11 here, not strong, right? So by studying these two columns also, you can say the strength of the relationship, right? So there's a positive average relationship between the marks of X and examiner X and examiner Y. Likewise, then here if it's science marks, maths marks and on, then the users, what the teacher can get an idea about the students' performance in Sinhala and English, or the relationship between maths marks and science marks, or the relationship, the teacher can study the relationship between the assignments marks and the final test marks. Likewise, you can write the uses also. I have sent you a list of uses, so go through them. Those are the possible questions. All right. So in the correlation analysis, we study the relationship between two random variables, right? Linear relationship means the relationship is a line, either this way or that way, not a curve, right? Not a curve, not like this, a linear line between two variables. According to our syllabus, we are studying two variables. multivariate analysis is also there, but in your syllabus 2 variables. So there are 3 types of relationships: positive, negative and 0, right? And when we interpret, you have to interpret using the direction and also the strength, and mention the names of these, right? That's it then.